Hey guys, so I wanted you to watch these video instructions first because for your attendance question, you're actually going to vote on how you want that current events report to look for the remainder of the school year. So I know that this week we did the slides and they look something like this. And the research slide, if that was confusing to you, don't feel bad. That was my mistake, my bad. And I'm really, really sorry that I didn't put the links to the articles in this actual slide. That would have made it 1,000 times easier. All right, so those of you who completed this assignment and gave this research slide your best shot, that is amazing. And you should be super proud of yourselves where you came up with the challenge and you gave it your best shot and you overcame that challenge and still moved on and finished the assignment. So kudos to you. Don't feel like you're going to lose any points if you accidentally did this one wrong, because that was my fault that I was not very clear on where the links were or the directions. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go over the slides version because in your attendance question today, you're going to vote on whether you want this current events report to be in the Google Slides or if you'd rather have it in the Google Doc version. I'm going to go through those Google Slides with you super quick because this is the one that you worked with this week. That way you can compare it to the Google Doc version to see which one you like better. Okay, so we have our topic in question right here. Remember, you didn't have to do anything with this slide. And then your background and bias slide, you had to fill in your bias and how it could potentially influence you. Then you watch the video linked right here to answer these 3 questions. Then on the research slide, there should have been a link right here and right here and right here, and that would be a link to the article from the left, a link to the article from the center, and a link to the article from the right's perspective. You would read that article to take 2 or 3 bullet points worth of notes on how the left feels about this current event, how the right feels about this current event, and how the center feels about this current event. I don't know why this is my movement of choice, but I'm going with it. All right, then the last slide, after you've done your background research and your research on the multiple perspectives, you went ahead and you thought about your own opinion about the current event and you answered these 3 questions, which would just show me what your opinion is. So that's the Google Slides version. The Google Docs version is the same thing, just different format. So you had your topic right here. You identified your potential bias right here. I had a link to the current event right here in the topic in case you wanted to review that. And in the background information, there's a link to that same video. You'd use that to answer those same 3 questions. And then on this research table, this looks a little scary, but it's the same thing as the current event Google Slides version. I have a link to the article from the left, a link to the article from the right, and a link to the article from the center right in that Google Doc. Click on the link, read the article, take your notes from the perspective of the left, right, and center on this current event. So how they view that current event. Oh, I forgot my hand movement. Okay, after you've done all that, you would go ahead and reflect on your background research, the research from the multiple perspectives to think about how you feel about this current event, and you would answer these 3 questions, which would tell me how you feel about this current event. Now that you kind of know the Google Slides version and the Google Doc version, on your attendance form, you're going to go ahead and open it up, type your name, of course, and then tell me which version you like better, whether it's the Google Slides version, the Google Docs version, or maybe you just don't care, you think they both make sense or it doesn't affect you at all. You can go ahead and click this last one, and that's absolutely fine. If you have any questions, feel free to call or text that Google Voice phone number, or you can always email me. See you later, guys. Have a great weekend.